in front of you all the way. All right, we'll begin with, would you rather get a brand new Mercedes or the cost of the car to be put into a stock account that you have to leave there for 5 years? Toastmaster, I was all ready for this. Nate Goldstein.
He's on the program.
No, okay. Nate, are you on the program?
On the program.
Yeah. You are.
Let's go.
Shucks.
Keeping us on our toes, Nate.
Okay.
Good job.
We can turn that, if you remember the question, we turn that question to Gary Adams.
Has to be here to participate.
We turn now to Camilo Velardo III.
I'm on the program.
Going into the list, Toastmaster Jeff Hood. He's had plenty of time to think about it.
How long you forgot it?
What's this word of the day? Ameliorate. I was thinking this morning. Mostly for me, getting up early for Toastmasters, a little bit of a challenge, but as of this morning, I would say it probably was not as much as ameliorate as it normally would be, because I got up early. I just got to stare out the window and watch the daylight show up. But I'm really up here to talk about whether I would want a Mercedes or leave the money in the stock market. You know, who knows what to do with the stock market? They say right now, it's time to buy. Buying a Mercedes, I'm not really a Mercedes guy. So probably I would take the money, put it in the stock market, and see what happens.
There we go.
Morning, fellow Toastmasters.
Would you rather vacation in Paris or Rome? Toastmaster Chris Eklund. Please don't tell me you're on the program.
I made sure of it.
Goodness, what a question. Thank you. Question is, would I rather vacation in Paris
Or Rome?
or Rome? Well, an easy answer would be Rome. I haven't been there. I have been to Paris, and I lived in Budapest, which is like the inexpensive Paris, which was fantastic. Enjoyed every minute of it, all the architecture, all the food, all the culture. Haven't been to Rome, haven't had a pizza in Rome. I hear that's a great thing to do, especially in any case. And I don't know which would be easier to drive around, but European cities are difficult to get around. The cars are small. I know that from being in Budapest. It was shocking when we saw a Hummer driving down the road. Most of the cars are a quarter of that size. And speaking of driving around in cities, I don't know where it would be easier to park in Paris or in Rome, because I recently had this experience parking in downtown here in Orlando, and you would think it wouldn't be an issue. It's pretty straightforward. There's some rules to follow. Well, I pulled up in front of the sign that said 15-minute parking. Well, it turned out you have to pay for 15 minutes, but you can't be there longer than 15 minutes. Found out the hard way. So anyway, maybe I'll get to Rome eventually. Thank you.
We're proud of Rome right now, I do believe. We go now to the question of, would you rather spend the day, like leave from here and go to the beach immediately all day, or go to a Disney park all day? Toastmaster Johnson.
Fellow Toastmasters, day at the beach, a day at the Disney parks. This is what we call a state within the choice. Right? Who's going to go with you? Is it just say a significant other by yourself, or you bring your kids? Well, at this stage, with 2 young daughters, we're going to Disney. We actually bit the bullet and got the passes, so we can forever ameliorate their desires of Disney princessdom. Yes, I'll go to Disney. Yes, I'll stand in some lines. Yes, I'll probably buy some plushy thing made in China that was already way expensive before you got tariffed. But they're going to have the best answers. I go to the beach. The sand, the heat, they're going to be crying within an hour. Disney, I got like 2 or 3 hours. So, we're going to Disney World.
Would you rather encounter an alligator swimming towards your canoe, or encounter a bear at 30 feet? Toastmaster Kathleen Hoffenmeyer.
Run.
Honestly, of course you are. You're sitting right in front of me. Karen Schwartz.
Oh, no.
You can do it.
It's Swords. Go.
Can you repeat the question?
Sure. Would you rather encounter an alligator swimming toward your canoe or encounter a bear at 30 feet?
30 feet away from me?
Yes.
I really hope neither ever happens. I don't really know, because with the bear, don't they say you need to be like big? And I'm kind of a short person, so that doesn't really work. An alligator, maybe the alligator, I'm an okay swimmer, but in a canoe, clumsy, cumbersome, might tip over, but with my luck. The light is on, so I'm gonna go with the alligator.
Would you rather live in Chicago or New York? Toastmaster David Hawley.
David?
No, there's no David Hawley here.
Wait, I think you got the name wrong.
Okay, help me out. What's close?
Hanley.
Hanley.
Let's do it.
Start time. You can't read my own writing.
I'm Dave here. I appreciate the effort, thank you. New York or Chicago? Well, I would prefer New York City. I haven't been to Chicago, and I don't think I want to go to Chicago just yet. Of what we got in New York City, from the culture, from the shows, the opera. Not only that, but I would love to take my kids into an environment where they can learn a little bit more about different cultures that we don't maybe get to see here in Orlando. The different environments, such as Chinatown, Little Italy, even go to the Bronx, boogie down Bronx, and seeing what happens there. Would maybe bring a better root into the Puerto Rican culture that they can dive into.
Whip up. Would you rather travel more or play golf more in your retirement years? DTM Toastmaster Carson Schaefer.
Golf is a four-letter word. I watched golf growing up. I know a lot about it. I can discuss golf very well, but I don't play it. I would rather go to the beach. The first time I went to New York, I went with the marching band, and they opened the door, and this guy got physically ill right in front of us on St. Patrick's Day, and New York has honestly gone down from there. I came here ready to give a speech. I stayed up really late last night, as you know, writing it, and I've given it so Nate can do his icebreaker. So one of the things I want to ask is, be flexible in your roles. Okay? I'll give it. If anybody needs a replacement speaker, I'm here. But how about our younger Toastmasters? Let's get them up here giving the icebreakers. And don't go to New York.
Understand what's happening. Maybe look forward to hearing from you. Would you rather go back in time to your teenage years or to your early 20s? Toastmaster Jay Shaw.
Hello, good morning, everybody. I feel as though I'm living a bit of both right now, as it is. But if I had to really go back, I might say my teenage years. You know, that's the line from the Billy Joel song, cold beer, hot nights, my sweet romantic teenage nights. Seems to be telling much on anybody based in New York, right? We're New York team. When I was a teenager, it was the 2000s. It was that decade, the aughts, as people call it. And I had a girlfriend. I lived with my mom and my grandma. I was nestled in East Orlando, and my world was very small and very pure and very nice. It was a very beautiful time. And when I go through difficult times, when I find myself in times of trouble, the spirit of who I was back then comes to ameliorate my spirit, my soul, my surroundings, and brings me back to the purest and best self that I was. So I'd say my teenage years. Thank you. This is a big topic.
Given the choice, would you rather own a house in the poshest part of Winter Park or over in one of those Butler chain of lakes mansions? Toastmaster America Nicholson? Sure. Would you rather be in a mansion in Winter Park or in a mansion in Butler Chamber?
So the question is, would I rather live in a mansion in Winter Park or in a mansion
You gotta
in
choose
Butler?
one.
Please. So I would live in a mansion in Winter Park because I visit Winter Park quite a lot. I love Park Avenue. I love walking through and looking at all of the different shopping areas, as well as going to the different restaurants. And I think that Winter Park is a beautiful place to live. So definitely, why not live in a mansion and be able to be surrounded by the beautiful city of Winter Park. So if I had the choice of living in a mansion in Winter Park or in a mansion in Butler Lakes, I believe you mentioned, I would definitely choose Winter Park. Thank you.
Would you rather live till you're 100 and be average in wealth, or below average, or live to be 85 and be really rich? Toastmaster Teresa Bay. Therese Bay. As she swallows her last name.
What's there? Good morning. It's a great day to grateful. What was the question?
You want to live till 85 and...
85! I don't want to be 100. Nope, I do not want to bother people. I don't want to be picked up, change diaper. No, I've taken care of elderly and I know what it's like. So please just live your life and get out of here. Let's ameliorate our lives. Let's do better. Let's not put all this pressure on people just because we gave birth to them. Let's live so that we live happily ever after, in a way. But lots of money is good. You get to travel, right? When you're wealthy, you get to travel, you get to do stuff, you can buy whatever you want, and hopefully you can find the fulfillment in that, and live till 80, 85, and die. Please. No diaper change. Don't act like a baby while you are 75 years old. It's really heavy. My mom actually, she took care of my grandparents and brought her back from taking care of them. Thank you. 85.
Toastmaster David Knight, are you a member? Raise your hand.
Yes, sir.
Oh, great. Would you rather have fish or beef? Toastmaster David Knight.
Where's beef?
Fish or beef? That is the question. Yes, sir?
Yes.
Where's the beef? Remember that one, ladies and gentlemen. Am I showing my age?
Yes.
Was that Wendy's?
Yes.
Where's the beef? 2 all beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles on it.
Sesame seed bun.
That's right. Or fish?
Or fish.
A filet of fish? Or a Big Mac?
Come on.
Filet of fish? Raise your hands. Big Mac.
Yes, sir. Let's go.
Big Mac. That's where the beef is at. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is David Allen Knight. It's a pleasure.
Are you a Panera man or a Starbucks man? Toastmaster John Messanovic.
What's the question?
Paneras or Starbucks?
Panera's or Starbucks? And you neither?
Yes.
That's an option. There are always more options. We don't have to do this or that. Sometimes there's some gray area in between. We always tend to think in terms of black and white. Let's think about this gray area. Let's think outside the box. Panera, Starbucks, they're both fantastic. Great marketing with these companies, let's agree. Pretty expensive, not really my taste. I think I will have a banana, make my coffee at home, and then come up here and waste your time. Good? Good.
You're rich, you have plenty of money. You're gonna buy a Jaguar or Mercedes, Toastmaster Carlos Benitez IV.
I yield to Ben Urrutia.
Ben Urrutia.
Oh, Kim.
Take the table garbage.
I'll take it.
You better.
And Carlos Benitez will ameliorate you with his dislogic. So one car or another. I like classic cars. I don't like my new cars. I got a nice little Rambler, 65 Rambler, and I'm looking for a 1965 F-150 Ford truck. I like it, but I'm about to ship my car to Puerto Rico because I gotta tell everybody, I got a place in Puerto Rico. So you're all invited, it's for families and friends. I'll be there January till February, maybe March. You're all welcome to come to El Rincón. Okay? So I'm very excited about that, even though my wife was there and it got blacked out for a week. But table topics, I love them. Who, what, where, why, and when do we answer these silly questions? Comparisons. Let's get the names right, too. Thank you.
I'm trying. You want to cruise to the Greek Islands, or you want to fly there? Toastmaster Ward Grow, and you have to answer this regardless of what you're doing.
I was on the program earlier. Do I want to cruise or do I want to fly there?
You have to answer it. Go.
Definitely, I would prefer to fly. I prefer flying over cruising most any time, although my wife really does love to cruise. And we do have a 143rd Army Alumni Cruise that I'm organizing in September, around September 11th, get together with all my Army buddies. But I prefer to get on to a plane with a direct flight, nonstop, and land wherever I'm at. I like to travel in cities, and I like to go outside and hike and camp in the woods like some Army guys do, not like the Air Force. So we'll always throw that out there.
Preach it, brother, preach it.
You get there quicker by flying than you do by cruising, and I prefer to spend my time on the ground instead of at sea. If I wanted to be at sea, I'd join the Navy.
Wine or beer? Toastmaster Jeff Rufinoff. Distinguished Toastmaster.
All right, I'll throw it to the audience since we already did fish or beef. Wine? A few hands. Beer? Who's like me and doesn't drink anymore? You know, it's been proven. It's been proven. If you want to ameliorate any health condition, stop drinking. Do you know how much alcohol is healthy per day? How many drinks? Anybody? 1, 2, 3, 0. And yet, I was with my girlfriend at the Citrus Club on Sunday, sitting next to, you know, they have these bins that the wealthy can have all their wine. Because it's one more way, I guess they can pat themselves on the back and say, look, I have my own wine bin and I can kill myself. And when I think about the question, do I want to be wealthy and live to 85? Who wants to be wealthy and live to 85? Versus who wants to be, you know, I'm okay and live to 100. If you've ever lived or visited anywhere other than the U.S., you know we are awash in wealth. It's nauseating how wealthy we are, and yet they have us tricked into reaching for the brass ring because we need more. We don't need more. We're okay. You're okay. Don't buy the lie. Thank you.
As you can tell, we're moving along pretty good, and we're going to our auctioneers and others at this point.
Back table.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get my thoughts together here. Hold on a second. Kim Blainer, are you a member? Kim Blainer. Are you a member? No, she's not a member. Kim Blainer. Kim Blainer. You've heard all these choices. Yeah. Now you get to choose any of them.
Any or all. Okay, I'll take the planes and ports, take the boat. And I have a place to go now to Puerto Rico from January to March.
Yes.
Bring it January.
And as far as Paris or New York or Chicago, or Paris or Rome, I've been to all 4 places. I'd go back to New York, I think. And I did have something very interesting happen this morning. My wife yesterday said to me, "Where's that book that we loaned to somebody, Soul Survivor?" And I said, "I don't know, I gave it to somebody to borrow." And she says, "Well, do you know who you gave it to?" And I said, "No, I don't know who I gave it to, but you know, you loan a book out, you don't expect to get it back." So this morning, Jeff Ruffin comes in and sets down the book that I loaned this morning. So I'm thinking, what are the chances that my wife asked me where that was yesterday, and I find out today where it was? So give it back to her. Thanks, Jeff.
A book or a good movie? Toastmaster Regina Resende.
Could you repeat, please? Book? It depends. It depends. If I have a whole afternoon on a Saturday that I have nothing to do, I would rather read a book. But before I go to bed, I like to watch a little movie and enjoy the movie. So, and I love New York. I love New York. That's always a good choice. And Rome too. Pizza. Yeah. Pizza. That's
You have your bags packed. You can go anywhere you want in 3 hours from now. Toastmaster Mark Shear. Where will that be?
Distinguished Toastmaster.
That's right, distinguished.
Distinguished Toastmaster.
Fellow Toastmasters, good morning.
Morning.
Right.
So, how many of you have been to the Azores? Anyone? Couple people. Azores. If I had a direct flight from here, I think I might be able to make it just in time to reach the Azores. I'm not sure, but let me tell you what. They're the Hawaiian Islands out in the Atlantic. They're part of Portugal. My wife and I, we were going to be going there this year in September. However, my 2 girls said that they wanted to go with us and they didn't want to go to the Azores, they wanted to go to Portugal. So that is where we're going in September. So next year, I am going to be heading to the Azores. And it's going to be amazing. You can actually drop in on some waves there, which is going to be incredible. I've never thought or imagined that I would ever be able to surf waves in the middle of the Atlantic. It's going to be absolutely beautiful. The food and the wine is supposed to be incredible. Jeff, I'm sorry, I am going to have some wine when I get there. So it's going to be amazing, fellow Toastmasters and Table Topics Master. Thank you very much.
Wait, Tom,
We know Mark did.
They all qualify.
Oh, great. Vote for 2. 2 minute break.
I have one more.